Alright.
Hi, this is the Threads.
I'm Brooks, the drummer.
I am Jack, the bassist and the Vox.
I am the guitarist and also Vox.
What's your name?
My name is Nathan Walsh. Alright, so we formed, Brooks and I have been friends since we were very small infants. So we've just always known each other, and Brooks has played drums since he was very young, so when I started playing guitar, we were like, let's form a band. And we were in a really crappy band called Bonfire on the Sun, and it was horrible, probably the worst band ever. And then we became Apprehension after a while. That was also not a fun experience until Jack finally came along and molded us into something that
Well,
did
what
something
happened was
completely.
my band was ending too, and I was like, we should all be in a band. And then we did that. We did that thing, and now we're a band.
And we actually met Jack through they were fusion shows at the time, but
Through the one who we won't speak of now.
Well, yeah.
We won't talk
Yeah.
about him. We won't
So-
say his name on the interview.
we want. All right, yeah,
We met through him because he's his brother.
yeah, and they went to high school together. Okay, so about a year ago, it was like last September or so. No, I don't know when it was, but we released a EP called Blank Sheet, and then last June, I believe, we just
This June.
released this June. Yeah, this June. We released another EP called Past Doesn't Fade with Time, and they're both on Threads Bandcamp. So Google that.
Yeah, that's like all we have coming out. For
That's all we have for the
Yeah.
time being. We haven't started writing again, but we probably will.
Yeah.
So I would say my major influences are for this band probably Minor Threat, just because of the mentality they kind of have, and then also just like I guess the Strokes. I guess that doesn't. I mean that kind of reflects for a hardcore band, but I don't know, Jack. What are your
Get the
influences?
knife out of my mouth.
All right, yeah, yes.
There you go. I would say a bunch of like you said, like Minor Threat, but then a lot of other bands like Ceremony, the Stooges.
Yeah.
But then like Nathan said, like bands that aren't really conventional to punk or hardcore, because I think that's where a lot of our uniqueness comes from. Is like I don't really even listen to punk or hardcore like as the
Yeah,
main
I
genre
barely
of music.
do.
So like when we write songs like in that mindset, the influences of other bands come out. Like the influences of not even punk or hardcore bands come out, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
And Brooks just listens to like Kanye West 24/7. So
Lately, yeah. But I like take a lot of influence from Touche, Amore, and Elliot Babbitt. That's about it.
yeah,
Kanye and Touche.
Kanye and Touche. They should do a collaboration.
That'd be great.
The Kanye and Touche.
Love 7-inch. Blood vinyl,
I'll put my blood in it.
2014.
Let's do it.
Coming out.
All right. Our favorite show we've ever played will probably be the last official 1265 show. That was the one that was in Brooks' basement, and that was in March. And it was just really, really fun because, well, it was sad because it was the last one, but it was really fun because we had like all of our friends there, and everyone knew the words to the song, so we weren't just like, I don't know. It was like cool to have such good crowd interaction.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
We were like getting shoved into the wall, pretty much. It was just like a tidal.
Thank
wave
you
of
to
people.
everyone who was at that show.
Who shoved
by the way.
me.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was it was a lot. It was seriously like probably my favorite show I've played like in any band.
Yeah, me too.
So that was probably, but we played like Bloodfest was really fun.
Bloodfest was fun. Yeah.
The other 1265 shows, Flint local shows are really fun.
Yeah, we played some good LU shows in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Opera
LU's
house
always
shows.
good.
The Grand
Opera
Haven
house.
show was pretty fun.
Yeah, we played in an
Yeah.
apartment in Grand Haven. That was different.
It was really weird.
420 Blaze It.
420.
That was bad.
Toke it up to the Weed Devil.
But that house show in Flint was really weird, where they were all
toking it up
popping
to.
pills. That was
Oh,
bad.
that
Let's
was-
just avoid that.
They just want us to do their drugs
They were like,
and their weed and their
"Oh, don't
alcohol.
worry, Threads. We'll hit you up with a bowl in a second." Oh, and I was like, I'm gonna
No.
run away. Yeah, that's so that was a favorite show. Not that one, the one earlier.
Not the weed show.
Not the weed show. LU has helped us a lot because I never would have even known about Jack musically if it wasn't for the LU. Because, well, it was the fusion shows at the time, but that's just how, like, we saw each other's music and decided we wanted to even do something together. And The first show Brooks and I ever played was an LU show. So, well, it was,
Like
like
the
I
first,
said,
like,
fusion
half
shows,
dozen
but they
were-
were the local fusion shows, the Livingston fusion shows. So, yeah, they've done a lot. Like, if Nate wouldn't have just given us young high school kids a chance, we wouldn't ever played many shows probably, because there's not much of a scene anywhere else in Michigan. It's not in, like, Detroit. So
Yeah,
it's kind of scary for high schoolers.
it's definitely because like I started playing in bands like when I was a freshman in high school, and fusion shows was like where you would like get shows. You'd get shows like the Opera House, and obviously like now it's morphed into LU. But even like through all those years, it was just really cool because you just network like immediately, and you find people with similar interests, and like all the bands that I've been in have been because I found people musically that I either saw at shows or well like they were at the same show I was. So.
And just like, I mean, yeah, getting to know Nate through it enough for him to put us on Bloodfest, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Bloodfests are cool for local bands.
yeah.
Yeah, mine's like the same as Nathan. You know, just seeing Claremont maybe want to start a band, and
Yeah.
then just
Claremont
kind
was
of
jazz
happened
band.
and then morphed.
And then I guess people I would like to thank are Alex for kind of sculpting my musical preferences and introducing me to Jack. And I'd just like to thank Nate Duro a bunch for, you know, helping drive the entire scene, setting up all the shows and stuff and taking his time. And just everyone in the LU. I'd like to thank Leah Jensen for doing this interview. It's pretty cool. And I'd like to thank this guy on the camera that I don't know his name, but
We'll like fill it in later on.
yeah.
Like write his name
Just
in.
a little robot program. You can say your name.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the same people. Obviously, people like Nate and Ron Howard, and just people who book these shows, and even the people who like aren't them that I know put like 110% to like these shows and promoting them. It's really cool, and the bands, because it's like you don't have a scene if you don't have people who like want to like get together and do bands. So that's who I would like to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank again the same people, everybody at Fusion and LU, Nate, Jared, the sound guy, and Ron, Howard, and Burgundy, Billy, Jimmy Buffett.
I'd like to thank Jimmy Buffett
For giving Billy that awful shirt.
And the cheeseburgers in paradise.
for really just giving the threads the wings they needed to fly. Jimmy Buffett, really, his music has seeped so deep into my soul. Words cannot describe how much he's affected my
I wrote the last EP with Jimmy Buffett's discography on a 24-hour loop.
Yeah, that was actually most of our songs are just
Margaritaville is
like Jimmy
my-
Buffett songs kind of mixed around with a hardcore twist.
I just
so,
took a chord progression from a Jimmy Buffett song and turned it into
yeah,
a thread song.
the threads are best enjoyed with a
Completely.
margarita and a cheeseburger.
and a breakdown.
Kicking back on the beach, Jimmy Buffett blasting over our music. So
I'm wearing a white beater.
you're wearing a white beater.
Got my hair spiked.
Yeah, so tan that you're just like leather. You gotta be leather.
I'm like a leather handbag.
yeah,
Got a
like you should
choker.
be able to
I have a chartreuse choker.
when you walk a dog collar.
Now I sound like Pauly D.
All right,
I'm like Pauly D.
Thank you.
Walk